Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Monday, 22nd July 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. Jamaica gets its first female president of the Court of Appeal. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's a service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Marva MacDonald Bishop appointed first female president of Jamaica's Court of Appeal. More in this CVM News item with Courtney Lewis.
The Court of Appeal has now welcomed its first woman president. In a historic swearing-in ceremony held early Thursday, Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop was appointed head of the Appeals Court by Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen. Her appointment was supported by Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
Her journey from a prosecutor in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions to her appointment to the Supreme Court bench and subsequently to the Appeals Court in 2014 are among the highlights of her outstanding career. Justice MacDonald Bishop, I am confident that under your leadership, the Court of Appeal will continue to uphold the highest standards of judicial excellence.
His sentiments were echoed by opposition leader Mark Golding, who lauded the ongoing transformation of the justice system.
I am confident that under your leadership, that progress will continue so that the erudition and quality of your judicial adjudication will be matched by the continued efforts to improve the efficiency of the system so that it serves the economy and the people of Jamaica as well as it possibly can.
Speaking at the ceremony, the new justice commended her predecessor, Sir Patrick Brooks, who demitted office on Wednesday, and thanked her support team while outlining her plans for the role.
I intend to collaborate with the executive so that the judiciary, the third arm of government, can take its rightful place in the governance of this country.
Courtney Lewis for CVM News.
Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Philip Davis, addresses African leaders in London. More in this ZNS News item.
African leaders learning more about the Bahamas as a premier destination for global partnerships and investments. Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, is leading the charge in London this week, delivering the keynote address at the African Leadership Summit. He emphasized the country's shared histories, growing trade and diplomatic ties, and opportunities for investment and new transport linkages. While in London, the Prime Minister will also meet with the British legal team, working with the Office of the Attorney General on that $357 million owed by the Grand Bahama Port Authority to Bahamian taxpayers per the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. So far, he's met with former British Prime Minister Tony Blair on matters of mutual interest and opportunities for continued collaboration. The Prime Minister's meetings in London conclude on Friday.
In a forward-thinking move to bolster the region's future workforce, Governor Timothy Antwine announced that the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the ECCB, will intensify its investments in digital skills for young people across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. Solange Alfred of HTS News Force reports.
Bright minds of the region have received the assurance of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank's Governor, Timothy Antwine, that the ECCB remains dedicated to investing in the youth of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union.
We have invested and continue to invest in our youth with respect to digital skills. So whether that's our Bright Sparks program, which is an internship program we have here at the Central Bank for young, bright students coming out of A-levels, for example, state colleges who want to pursue a career in STEM, whether it's our SPY scholarships, which we do in the summer to help students who are getting ready to get into an Ivy League university and need to have that preparation, STEM preparation, as well as the application to get in to pursue careers there. Whether it's what we started last year with the STEM camps. And now this year we will have the AI and the Python, generative AI and Python youth camps.
The ECCB plans to enhance digital skills among young people through various initiatives aimed at equipping them for the digital age. Governor Antoine emphasized that this investment is crucial for the region's economic development and future competitiveness on a global scale.
And by the way, let me just say, our commitment is that for the next 5 years, we want to be able to, every summer, train at least 500 of our young people in the currency union in this very important area. That's where you're going to get your job, by the way, many of you. So those are areas that we focused on in terms of the digital side. And then there's the infrastructure where we're looking completely at how we manage data in this region. So there's a whole project that we're working on now to create a data architecture, a warehouse for us to be.
The initiatives will include specialized training programs, workshops, and collaborations with educational institutions to ensure that young people are well prepared to thrive in an increasingly digital world. According to Governor Antoine, this move is part of the ECCB's broader strategy to drive innovation and foster economic resilience across the Eastern Caribbean.
Because AI cannot succeed without data. If you want to build a digital economy, we have to have data and we have to manage the data and effectively use the data. As someone said, I don't remember who now, data is the currency of the 21st century. So we are investing in digital transformation here at the bank in terms of what we do, but also in terms of the infrastructure for the currency union and the skills that our young people and our youth must have the ability to utilize if they're going to really seize these opportunities.
Through a series of targeted initiatives, the CCB governor is hopeful the youth will be equipped with the essential digital competencies, positioning them for success in a rapidly evolving global economy. The move aims to keep the Eastern Caribbean region competitive and prevent it from falling behind in the global digital economy.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick, in association with our friends at
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
Africa News reports the mandate of the Multinational Security Support Mission in Haiti, MSS, is to support the efforts of the Haitian National Police to re-establish security in Haiti and build security conditions conducive to holding free and fair elections.
Kenyan police officers joined their Haitian counterparts as they walked around the capital Port-au-Prince on Wednesday. Authorities have declined to provide details on the officers' assignments, citing security concerns. The Associated Press reported that policemen were seen on patrolling areas near the main international airport, which reopened in May after a surge in gang violence forced it to close for nearly 3 months. The mandate of the Multinational Security Support Mission in Haiti, MSS, is to support the efforts of the Haitian National Police to re-establish security in Haiti and build security conditions conducive to holding free and fair elections. The force will include around 2,500 personnel from African and Caribbean countries. The UN supports but does not manage the mission. Its spokesperson said in late April that $18 million had been deposited in the trust fund it established. Main contributors are Canada, France, and the United States of America. These countries fund and support the mission but will not send troops.
A senior lecturer at the University of the West Indies says there is less than 1% chance of being murdered in Trinidad and Tobago. According to Stokely Smart, who heads the Actuarial Sciences program, there is still a need to arrest the crime situation. Even in the wake of recent spate of murders, Smart is also warning to act against the major causes of death in the country. CNC3's Jesse Ramdio explains.
Who's next? It's the question now often asked by citizens when a murder occurs. With over 330 murders in 199 days, there is a lingering fear that one of us could be the next victim of a range of violent crimes. However, according to the director of the Actuarial Sciences program at the UWI St. Augustine, Stokely Smart, the likelihood of being killed may seem much less than what you think, especially in light of the recent bloodshed.
What is it? In 2023, there were 575 murders, right? Divided by 1.4 million people, yeah? What's that? So the probability of someone being murdered is 0.0004.
Smart said further analysis of the data suggests that annually, deaths by murder constitute a small fraction of the country's cause of death.
4% of deaths. So, given you, if you die, there's a 4% chance now that will, it varies from year to year, but let's call it 4%. Right? There's a 4% chance that if you die, it's your cause of death was murder.
According to him, cardiovascular disease, diabetes and cancer rank considerably higher. Despite this, however, the government and law enforcement continue to work towards improving safety and security as the rate of murders places the country 7th in the world according to the World Health Rankings. But while the chances of being killed seem low, it is something, Smart says, still should not be dismissed.
I'm not saying we should not do better as a society to reduce the number of people that are dying from violence, from murders and whatnot. Not at all. But when you look at the bigger picture, maybe we should be more concerned. We should also be concerned, or as concerned, if not more concerned, about the number of people dying from these healthcare issues.
Research has suggested that there were several other factors contributing to murder, including geographic location, inequality, and access to firearms. Jesse Ramdale, CNC3 News.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.